Princess Leonor stuns at White House, Trump personally welcomes her, King Felipe and Queen Letizia crown. Princess Leonor, alongside King Felipe and Queen Letizia, was personally welcomed by Donald Trump into the White House. Cameras flashed. Gasps echoed. A moment that blended royalty with raw American power, transforming a diplomatic visit into a story that will be remembered for generations. As the doors opened, Leonor appeared in a gown that caught the light like fire. Not overly lavish, not ostentatious, timeless elegance crafted with intention. The symbolism was immediate. Spain's monarchy is modern, confident, and deeply rooted in tradition. Her poise was undeniable, but what made it unforgettable was the way the entire atmosphere shifted. The chatter quieted. The music softened. All eyes turned to her. Trump, known for commanding every room he steps into, paused. He extended his hand, not with dominance, but with a curious sense of deference. The future Queen of Spain bowed her head slightly, and in that brief exchange, history was written. For the first time in years, the White House spotlight didn't belong to an American president, it belonged to a Spanish princess. Why was this so significant? Because moments like these are never accidents. Every move, every word, every gown chosen by a royal is layered with meaning. This wasn't just a visit. It was a message. Spain asserting its presence on the world stage. Leonor stepping into her destiny not only as heir to the throne but as a global figure capable of commanding respect beyond Europe. And then came the most emotional moment of all, the sight of her parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia, walking behind her. The king, tall, composed, his military background written in every step. The queen, graceful yet sharp-eyed, watching her daughter with quiet pride. Together, they formed a tableau that was both regal and deeply human, a family standing in unity, presenting their heir not only to America but to the world. Inside the reception, the details spoke louder than words. The chandeliers sparkled above a ballroom worth hundreds of millions, yet the true brilliance of the night was in the way Leonor carried herself. She greeted officials, diplomats, and even members of Congress with a balance of humility and authority. She laughed with Baron Trump, exchanged words with Melania, and stood beside her parents with confidence that belied her youth. But there was more beneath the surface. Behind the dazzling smiles, tension brewed. Every handshake, every conversation carried undertones. Was this just a celebration, or was it strategic? Was Spain, through Leonor, planting seeds of deeper alliance with America? Or was it Trump seeking to borrow the sheen of royalty to elevate his own narrative? The whispers grew. Some said Leonor had outshone even her mother, Queen Letizia, with her fresh energy. Others wondered if King Felipe was already stepping into the shadows, preparing Spain for the inevitability of Leonor's reign. And still others questioned whether the blending of monarchy and politics in such a visible way might spark controversy back home. For Leonor, though, none of that seemed to matter. Her focus was clear. She engaged, she listened, she spoke when needed. Every move was a lesson in leadership, every gesture a rehearsal for her future. Observers noted the way she placed a steadying hand on her mother's arm, the way she leaned in to hear her father's quiet words, and the way she never faltered under the flash of thousands of cameras. The night built toward the toast. Trump raised his glass, his words full of grandeur and bravado. King Felipe followed, his voice measured, dignified, reminding the audience of Spain's history, its resilience, and its bond with America. But then, something unexpected. Princess Leonor herself was invited to speak. Her voice was soft at first, but it grew steadier with each word. She spoke of unity, of youth carrying the torch of tradition, of the need for nations to bridge divides with respect and understanding. Her words weren't long, but they lingered. And when she finished, the applause was not polite, it was thunderous. In that moment, Leonor wasn't just the daughter of a king. She was the future queen, already carrying the weight of her crown. As the night came to a close, the ballroom echoed with a sense of awe. Guests whispered that they had witnessed history, that they had seen not just a royal appearance but a turning point. Spain had made its mark. Leonor had stolen the night. And when she left the White House, stepping once more into the cool Washington air, the world knew one thing for certain: this was no ordinary princess. This was a leader in the making. Because sometimes, it only takes a single night, a gown, a glance, a speech, to change everything. And for Princess Leonor, this night at the White House was not the end of her story. It was the beginning of a reign the world will never forget.